The-
Okay. So today topic is EMI and EBS volume and snapshot. So we'll talk about what is this AMI and EBS snapshot, and later we'll go for the different topics. And before moving, do you
Sir,
have a question?
sir,
Hello?
before we move in, hello.
Yeah,
Sir, before we move in, yesterday you have said me about Windows Server PowerShell, right?
yeah.
Sir, what is the real, which in the real time, in the projects, if not in the real time job, where are we going to use it, use this commands and etc. Also?
I think I have explained it yesterday. So for example, uh, due to the server is hang, okay, so you are not able to open the your my computer PC or this PC or the C drive, right? So then you can able to run this command to see what is the status of your server. Is the server is up and running, okay, or is the process is hang, and the disk is full, okay, and from there it will come into the picture, because sometimes the graphical user interface it will be hang because of CPU or memory utilization very high. Due to that, you are not able to open any of the graphical, I mean, you cannot open it in a graphical way. So then you can try to run these commands using the PowerShell.
Got it, sir.
Yeah. And okay, other than do you have any doubts on the Linux?
The next, sure. సార్ మీన్స్ ఐ ఆస్కింగ్ నౌ అంటే ఇప్పుడు లినక్స్ మనము EC2 లో ఒకటే మనం కనెక్ట్ చేసి దాంట్లో చేస్తాం కదా సార్ ఇంటర్ఫేస్ లినక్స్
అవును, కరెక్ట్.
అలానే మనం విండోస్ ఎక్కడ చేస్తామో అని అడుగుతున్నాం.
విండోస్ సేమ్. ఇప్పుడు విండోస్లో ఐఏఎస్ వెబ్ సర్వర్ ఉంది. లినక్స్లో అపాచీ వెబ్ సర్వీస్ ఉంది. ఓకే. సో ఇప్పుడు ఏమైనా ఒక అప్లికేషన్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేయాలంటే ఎక్కడ చేయాలా మేము? ఏదైనా సర్వర్ కావాలి కదా. So if you are running the application on IES web server, you need to use a Windows server or .NET application. Okay. ఇప్పుడు Java based application only Linux we are using, or Python and Node.js, right? So what about the .NET applications? So .NET it will support only for the Windows
Yes
servers.
sir, dot com and all these are supported only supposed to Windows
Exactly.
like Google. So
Yeah, any of the application, but in the I'm talking about the programming languages side.
okay sir.
Okay, there
Okay
is a
sir.
specific application should be run on only on the Windows server. Okay, some different applications should be on the Linux only, because it is not going to be support like a Node.js in the Windows server. Maybe installation everything can happen, but to host it, maybe today I'll talk about how do we install the e-commerce application on any of the Linux environment. Okay. Okay. Any doubts from
No
last
sir.
three topics? And did you create a account for AWS?
What is created?
Created, right? Okay. So the
Should I
billing,
share, should I
yeah,
should I
yeah,
share my screen sir?
yeah. Please go ahead and show, because I need today for your AWS account ID, because I wanted to share the AMI to your account. There is a topic today. Yeah. You have an option to share it, right?
I'm sorry.
Mm.
Hello,
Yeah.
sir, is my screen
Yes. Yes.
is
Yeah. Okay. I'm able to see it. Can you go to EC2? Go to that instance. So, yeah, the instance. So, right side in the top, there is a Europe, Ireland, right? Yeah, before that. Yeah. So you need to switch to North Virginia, the first one, because all the futures, all the new services, first it will come to here. Okay. So make sure that this region always is selected. And if you're able to see it, your account, the Charit name, so that is your account name, number, right
yes, sir.
side in the top. Okay. And the left side, there is a AMI section. Okay. So from there, I'm going to just share this the AMI, and then you can just validate it here. Okay. So just there is a owned by me, right? In the top, there is Amazon machine images below. Yeah. You can just select it owned by me, remove it.
Yes,
Just
sir.
select, yeah, in the above. There is a owned by me.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So here you will get the private images. When I share it, so it will show stay here. I'll do it later. Okay. Once I shared it, you can just see it. And right side, there is a error market is coming. Can you just click it, your Charit name? What is that error? Pre-planning ending soon. Okay. Maybe this is going to be end on April 21st.
21st.
Yeah.
It's 22 days
Okay.
remaining.
Yeah,
Should
I
I
think
create another one, sir?
obviously you need to. No, I think if it is expired, you cannot able to use it. Maybe you can
Hmm.
delete the account and you can see it. You can create it one more also. That's fine.
We'll create another one by tomorrow.
Yeah, you
For
can
now,
create
we'll
it.
get on this.
Yeah,
Or else
no problem. Okay, chalo. So, can we start the session for today's topic?
yes, yes.
Yeah, let me share my screen. Can you unshare your screen?
Yes, sir.
Is it visible, my screen? Okay. So now, today, let's talk about AMI, EBS, and Snapshot. And what is this AMI? So the full form is Amazon Machine Image. So this is the template for launching the instance. So what is this template means? For example, you are going to buy it vegetables, right? So you are going to buy it separately for each one. So buying each vegetables, so some of the people they will sell it like a mixed one, right? Okay, the same thing here. Okay, what they will do? OS plus, do you know, right? OS means it is an operating system plus all the software packages. So these two combined, we call it as a AMI. Okay. Any doubts?
No, sir. No,
AMI?
sir.
Yeah.
No, no.
So EBS volume. What is the CBS volume is? So you can able to store the data. So this is a persistence block for the instance. That means so you can able to store the data into the EBS volume. And moving to snapshot. So snapshot means it is a point of in-time backup. Okay, for example, if the server is crashed, how do we restore it? Right? So for example, you are running the application. for example, let me take it to your Windows PC, right? If your laptop, if it is not working, what you are going to do it? Is there any option to restore? There is a restore option, right? Okay, for example, unfortunately, we have installed some packages, it got crashed. Then there is a restore option in the Windows, right? Same thing here, there is a snapshot and AMI both options. So we can able to restore it. That means snapshot used for point in time backup. That means exactly, for example, you are going to do some package upgradations, right? You are not sure that it can be work, it cannot be work, right? So then go for the snapshot backup so that the backup will be there. You can do it whatever you want. Okay, if it is failed, that's fine. But you need the safer side backup. Now, let's move on to the next slide. So what exactly the AMI? So earlier I told you, so AMI is a pre-configured template. It is containing the OS and applications and data needed to launch on the EC2 instance. To create a EC2 instance, you require this Amazon machine image. Without this, you cannot. And if you're talking about key characteristics, it contains a OS, you know that Linux or Windows, pre-installed applications, and custom configuration, and reusable and shareable. So this AMI, we can able to share it to any of the AWS account, and we can able to reuse it. And why do we use AMI? So for past instance launches, consistency across the instance, standardized deployment, easy scaling. So these are all the few, I can say that a few main features in the AMI. Now let's move on to types of AMI. So types of AMI means I have already explained it. So one is for Amazon Linux AMI. It can be lightweight, optimized for the EC2, and Windows Server AMI. I told you right, Windows Server AMI used for .NET applications. And for Ubuntu Debian, popular Linux distribution. So these are all popular, but there is a Red Hat, okay, and other AMIs also available. So custom AMIs means we are going to create it our own AMIs. Okay, we will use the one of the AMI from the AWS, then we will convert as our own instance, our own images. So that is all about AMIs. Any questions on this AMI part?
No, sir. Sir, there is a small doubt, not regarding this AMIs,
No.
on the previous topics.
Okay, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
No, 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 sir, not AMI, not at all AMI. This is totally out of AMI and today's topics.
Yeah.
Sir, are we going to again touch VPC?
No, we are already completed, right? We
Okay.
are going to use it VPC only while creating the launch. I mean, if we create a EC2 machines, we are going to touch that VPC. Without VPC, we cannot able to create the any of the resources.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So for you, the VPC topic, the main whatever I said, that is sufficient for you. Okay.
Okay, carry.
Now, yeah. So now we'll talk about EBS volume. What is this EBS volume? So elastic block store, the full form. So what EBS volume is, it is a persistence block storage devices that can be attached to your EC2 instance. It serves instance restarts and provides the reliable data storage. So normally you have a C drive and D drive in your PC, right? Same thing, when you are restarted, when you are restarted, the data still it is available on your laptop. Got it,
I'm
right?
sorry, sir. Can you please repeat it?
So this EBS that volume, okay, it is connected with your EC2 machines. Whenever you restart it, anything you do it, okay, if you have stored any of the data, still it is available in the your EC2 machine. For example, your Windows PC, right? So there is a C drive and D drive, right? Same thing here also there is a C drive and D drive. But you have a hard disk. It is attached with your laptop, right? Same thing, we are going to attach the volumes into the EC2 machine, right? You got it right? So this is just like a storage
Yes, sir.
to store all the data in your laptop. Okay. And the key features is, so there is a persistence storage and service reboots and encrypted options auto scaling capable. That means you can able to extend it automatically, EBS volumes, when there is a storage is full. And common use cases, database storage, file system, application data, logs files. So these are all where you can able to use EBS volumes. And let's move on to EBS volume types. So there is a multiple types of volumes. Okay, this is an interview question also. And what are the first one? There is a GP3, GP2. Okay, this used for general purpose web servers and small databases. You can able to use this. And ION, IO2, this is for I input output per second. IOPS means. So this is for the database and I input output workloads. And ST1 throat optimized, this used for big data, Hadoop and warehousing. And SC1 cold storage, this you can able to use it for the infrequent access or you can able to archive it. So most of the times these three it is going to be used in the real use cases. So that is all about volume. Do you have any doubt on the volume?
No, sir.
Okay. So let's move on to snapshot point in time backup. What is a snapshot means? It is a point in time backup. So a snapshot is a point in time backup of an EBS volume and it captures all the data from the volume and store it in the S3. So if the snapshot it takes the capture, it takes a backup and it will store it in the S3. But we cannot able to store, we cannot able to visible in the S3 bucket, but we can able to visible in the our snapshot page itself only. But backend, the AWS, they're going to store it in the S3 bucket. And so you can create new volumes from the snapshot. So create a new volume. Using that, you can able to take the backup of the snapshot. And main key characteristics, incremental backups stored in the S3 can able to restore it anytime, cross-region capable. These are all the key characteristics. So why do we use snapshot? Data protection, any DR, disaster recovery, compliance and audit, cost-effective backup. So for this use cases, we are going to use snapshot. And how snapshots works? So we are going to take the snapshot of the volume and it is going to be stored on the S3. And if you want, create a new volume, then you can able to restore it. And if you want recovery also, you can able to do it. We can able to attach to the new EC2 machine. So snapshot benefits, incremental, only change block stored, quick to create a restore, and create a multiple volumes from the snapshot, automatic versions. So these are all features available in the snapshot. And key takeaways, AMI means, I told you earlier, simple way, template for launching EC2 instance with OS plus apps. Volumes, persistence, block storage attached to the instance, and snapshots, point in time backup of the volume for the DR, and together if you want scalable, reliable and cost effective for the cloud infrastructure. Any questions on about uh,
No, sir.
AMI volume snapshot? Nothing, right? So let's move on to the console. Search it out here, EC2. So under the EC2, we can able to see that these are all the three options. So I'm going to talk about other than this now because earlier you asked for the VPC topic, right? We have a recording, right? So just go and check once, okay? And we have a notes also, right, for the VPC. So just go and check and what is the issues in the VPC? Any questions or anything? Charit, any questions on VPC?
No, sir, not about question, sir.
Okay,
Means I was asking, as we have started EC2 yesterday, no, sir.
exactly, correct.
And in this EC2, you have you made me అంటే మీరు ఇట్లా డివైడ్ చేశారు కదా. ఇప్పుడు నిన్నంటే
అవును,
మీరు నాకు ఫస్ట్ లైనెక్స్ నేర్పించారు, దాని తర్వాత విండోస్ సర్వర్ నుంచి నేర్పించారు. ఈ రోజు దాంట్లో ఉన్న టర్మ్స్ అంటే ఏఎంఐ అంటే ఏంది,
అవును,
స్నాప్షాట్
కరెక్ట్.
అంటే ఏంది, ఈబిఎస్ అంటే ఏంది, ఇట్లా డిఫరెంట్ డిఫరెంట్ నేర్పించుకుంటూ వస్తాం కదా. అట్లనే
అవును.
విపిసి కూడా నేర్పిస్తారండి. విపిసి కూడా ఏమైనా నేర్పిస్తారా? డిఫరెంట్ డిఫరెంట్ అడుగుతాను.
ఆల్రెడీ టీవీ విపిసి ఫస్ట్ టాపిక్ అదే కదా అన్న. మేము
చెప్పారు
కంప్లీట్
సార్,
చేసి
చెప్పారు.
సో
చెప్పారు, అడుగుతున్నాను సార్.
first we should know how to create the VPC. Then only we can able to come, right? So we talk about how to create a VPC subnet routable internet gateway and NAT gateway and a security group, right? So
సార్ చెప్పారు సార్. అంటే నేను ఎట్లా అడుగుతాను, ఈరోజు ఎట్లయితే ఇప్పుడు ప్రజెంటేషన్ ఇచ్చుకుంటా సార్, ఈబిఎస్ అంటే ఏంది, ఈబిఎస్ లో ఒకటి
oh,
ఒకటి
okay, okay.
ఉంటుంది,
So
అట్లా
you
డిఫరెంట్
need
డిఫరెంట్ గా చెప్పారు. అట్లా అట్లా కావాలి సార్. అట్లా ఒక్కొక్క దాని స్పెసిఫికేషన్ ఇట్లా.
నేను ప్రెజెంటేషన్ ఇచ్చాను కదా విపిసి టాపిక్. విపిసిలో టాపిక్ నేను చెప్పాను కదా. Let me, I'll share the, I think, see, do one thing. Just go the recording, see it. I have an PPT session also for VPC.
I'll
Okay.
go through, so I'll go through,
Yeah,
so I
yeah,
think
go
I did
through
not
it because
concentrate correctly.
I know it for each topic. I have a presentation. Without
I
presentation, I
got
will
it,
not.
sir. I
Yeah,
got it. I did not go through. It's my
yeah,
mistake.
exactly. That is what you have missed it for maybe the VPC topic. Just go and let me know. Okay. So let's move on to AMI plus volume snapshot. Load balancer will talk about. It is session 3, right?
So for
4 hour. Right topic. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, let's create the one EC2 Linux machine. Okay. Then I'm going to talk about, before that, let's move on to AMI catalog. So what is this AMI catalog? So this AMI catalog managed by AWS, and here if you're able to see, there is a 4 options. One is for quick start AMI, my AMI, my marketplace, and community. So my marketplace means only AWS they will provide it AMIs, and community AMIs means anyone can able to publish to AWS. From there we can able to use it. But the thing is, only you trust for AWS trusted third party AMIs only. So do not. dependent on the community AMIs because maybe they're going to change it frequently, their updates, right? So go for my marketplace or my AMI. So my AMI who is created? Created by us. Okay. So these are all I have created. And so to quick start, so you can able to select it here if you want Linux or Windows and architecture. So that will come. For example, I need all Windows. It will shows all Windows only. If you're able to see it, all flavor of Windows, AMIs. And if you need Linux, all Linux it is available. Now what I'm going to do, this is all about AMI catalog, just for the information where we can get the AMIs. And here AMIs, so owned by means your own images. Okay. If you need, you can keep it. Otherwise, you can just go ahead and deregister it because I don't require these AMIs. I'll just deregister it. That means I'm going to delete it. Fail to, what is the reason? To do EC2 ABS to delete image. Okay, I need to go to AWS backup. Okay, I'll do that one later. So this is created by different services, AWS backup. Okay, that's fine. There's the four, right? Now let me create one of the EC2 machine. I'm going to use it Ubuntu. And let me select the instance type t2.medium. And I'm going to use it processed without key pair. I don't require it. And let me use edit. So here I told you, right, there is a VPC, right? I'm going to use it my default VPC and subnet. If we are not selected by default, it will take it any of the one subnet. And so availability also same. No preference means when subnet is selected anyone, automatically your availability zone also it is going to be selected here. 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E, 1EF. Okay. Anyone it will take it. And so if you are creating any of the EC2 machine, automatically there is a enabled because we have enabled from subnet level. This subnet should be having a public IP. And security, I'm going to use it default one because it is already allowed. Now I'm going to use it 8 GB, the storage, and I launch it. So to create a custom images, so we need install some e-commerce website. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to hosting the e-commerce website on the Linux server. So let's create a custom AMI, our own image. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to deploy the e-commerce application on the Ubuntu server. Okay. For this, what is the web server it is required?
Sir, why only Ubuntu, sir? Why not
You
AWS Linux?
use it. That is your choice, right? Okay. We can able to use it. I'm going to
Okay,
show
sir.
it to that Amazon Linux also. Okay. So depends on the company requirement. You need to choose it. I am familiar with most of the times for Ubuntu only. Okay. Anyway, I'll show it Amazon Linux also. That is not a issue. Okay, because it is a two flavor, right? So always we can switch it. So Apache 2, I'm going to install it. Web server. Let's log into, okay, let's refresh it. I'm going to use it EC2 Instance Connect. So before installing the e-commerce website, so we need to install some required packages like web servers. Okay, sudo apt update like wget package, vim, zip, and unzip because these are all the basic commands should be installed on your machine. I'm going to show you what is this command it will do. Let's clear it. Now, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to install the Apache web server. If you're able to see it, you know till here, right? apt install and Apache 2 web server wget. This is for to download the packages. Vim for the to edit it. So if the package is unzipped, we can able to zip. Okay. If there is no zip and it is going to be installed the zip command, the packages. So these are all the mandatory to build this e-commerce applications. And let me check our default Apache website
Sir,
is running or not. Yeah, wait.
that's the command which you have given.
Yeah, this is a command.
Sir, can you please go?
Okay, let me clear the screen. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So these commands, I'm going to share it with you. Okay. And so this is our default website, right? Now we wanted to see that we have installed the Apache 2 web server, right? How do we check that? What is the status? We know it is already running, right? If the suppose if it is stopped, how you are going to check it? So there is a command called status. Okay, this status command it will shows your application is up and running or not. It is active, right? Active means it is running. If you
Sir,
wanted
what is
to,
this Apache 2, sir? Apache 2.
Apache 2 is a web server for Linux. IAS web server is Windows server. It is going to be supported. So it is a web
Yes.
server. You can just say that if anybody asking Apache 2 what is this means, it is a web server for the Linux. And Apache 2 again you can able to use it in Windows also. But most of the people use it in Linux. Okay, these are all like the basic one. Without knowing this, you cannot host any of the e-commerce applications.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు మనం లాంచ్ చేసిన అప్లికేషన్ రన్ అవుతుందా లేదా అని తెలుసుకోనికి మనం ఈ కోడ్ కొట్టేది.
అవును ఈ కమాండ్ యూజ్ చేయాల ఆల్రెడీ
Okay.
సి వీఆర్ ఆల్రెడీ నో ఇట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ రన్నింగ్ సమ్ టైమ్స్ ఇన్ ద లైవ్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ దిస్ agent or the Apache web server may be stopped, right? So you need to check it out. If the Apache server is working or not, you need to check this command. Then you will get to know if it is running, that's fine. Okay. Otherwise, what they will do, they will ask you to restart the Apache. Then what you are going to do? Do you know that command? What is that command? No, right? So then use it, restart. Okay, this is going to be restarted. Then again, check the status. These are the basic commands you should know. Okay. And for example, if you have installed the Apache 2, okay, you have restarted the server, but your application, it will not come by default directly because you need to enable the services. Okay. So what is the services we need to, not the services, we need to enable it for the Apache So this is a command. Okay. Only thing is you need to change this. Other all it is same. Okay. See, it is
Restart, enable.
exactly. If you know it is well, so that you will not fear it in the live environment also, because you'll just log into that server, you'll check the services. If it is running fine. Then you can just inform to your application owner, the application is the Apache web server is running. Please check from the your application site. That is what
Web
you can say
service.
it. Okay, without knowing command, what is a server name you do not know. How to log into that Linux server you don't know. What is the command for Apache and
Sir, from where can I know the service name? Though? Means server name.
server name here. Okay, so normally they will keep it here in the live environment, or server name will be here like this. Okay, by
Hmm.
default you can search it out here. All AWS names belongs to here. This is the name of the server. You need to ask private IP or the server name.
Sir,
Okay.
ఇప్పుడు మన ఇప్పుడు మనం లాంచ్ చేసిన వెబ్ సర్వర్ నేమ్ అయితే రాదు కదా సార్ ఇప్పుడు దాంట్లో కనెక్షన్ కొడితే.
ఆహా, రాదు. అది డిఫరెంట్
ఓకే
ఉంటుంది కదా.
ఓకే ఓకే.
Depends on the company side, company requirement, they will change it. Okay.
ఓకే.
Now let's move on to here. So now what I'm going to do, let's verify that there is a default web root directory. So for Windows, there is a C drive, right? Same thing for if you install the any of the server, Apache or any server, there is a default home directory. Okay, what is this? So there is a command here. Okay, so this is a root directory for the your Apache website. Just hit enter, make it LL. See, there is a index.html, right? The same content it is coming here. If we do this cat index, it will show same data. Okay, the same data it is showing, whatever it is. That's clear. And now let's move on to CD temp. Okay, why I am moving to CD temp is this is a temporary. We can keep the files and folder. Okay, once if it is done, after the reboot, all the files will be deleted. So I don't want to keep the files. That is the reason I'm going to CD temp, and I'll just download the e-commerce website. Okay, so this data where it is coming again. So you need to go to this portal and you can able to download it. For example, let's move on to this portal. So this is a tool, I mean the website. From there I'm taking the templates. Okay. So these are all free one. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use it duplicate option to download it. So I'm going to just download the zip one. Okay. So just make it ls. You will see that the file name. Now I wanted to unzip this file. Okay. So there is a command called unzip. Okay. So here is the unzip command. So sudo unzip and you need to mention the file name. Okay. Just hit enter. This will be going to be extracted. Then verify it using the ls command. See, it is extracted, right? 213. Now, same thing, just go inside the directory, which is the one it is downloaded, cd, the directory name, make it ll. Are you able to see it here? All the files are there. Now, I wanted to copy this file because you are in the /temp, right? but our home web root directory where it is in the slash where www.html, right? So I'm going to copy all this into the HTML. Okay, I'm just pasting what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy recursively and all the file star means, and I'm going to just hit enter. Then verify it cd slash where www.html. Make it ll. See, are you able to see it? So there is already index file, but still we have moved to here, right? Now we have moved it, right? So if you refresh it, still our e-commerce website, it is, see, without restarting, it is already showing. That means when you moved it, automatically it is coming. So no need to restart it, but still there is a command called restart, right? So I'm going to restart it. So if all the files, if it is there, present working directory, this path, then only you can able to see it in the output. See, you're able to see it, right? So this is the e-commerce websites. Any doubt regarding this one? E-commerce applications building, but sir, I do not know how to build this website. No, that is not your work. So these all the options, it will be handled by your developers. So they have to write all the codes backend. They will give the just code with you. So I have seen it right earlier. If you make it ls, this all the things will be given by your developers. Any doubt till now?
Sir, not about doubt.
Hmm.
Once, can you repeat these last three steps?
Okay. So now last. Let's want to cd temp. So what I present working directory. So what I am doing in the temp directory, I'm just downloading the files. Okay. The, someone is created this website. Okay. It is called a 2-1 mini finance. Okay. So inside these files, okay, there is a lot of files are there. That means somebody is they have already developed the code, everything it is already there. Okay. I am just trying to download it to our local machine, that is our EC2 machine. Okay. So inside these are all the files are there. Okay. These all the files are there. Okay. This is belongs to the e-commerce website, uh, the files and directory. Okay. This I have not written it, written by them only. I'm just using because so here is a free templates you will available. You can able to use it any of the different one for as a DevOps engineer you cannot write all this right. So that is the reason you need to get it from here only. So I have done it. So I have downloaded and I have moved to all to the where I have moved to this root directory. So this is a Apache root directory. Okay. Then I can able to see it all the data. Okay, whatever there is, it is available. Same files and folders, it is available. I have restarted the services Apache. Then I can able to see the website here. So this is the simple, we can call it as a e-commerce deployment. So
Hello.
yeah.
Okay, okay.
So this is how you can able to build your own custom application also, or somebody is created the application, you are just using it. That is a one. Okay. If you do not know how to build it, that is not an issue. That is taken care by developers. So now let's move on to the next. So we have created server and we have installed the application, our website e-commerce application, right? Okay. Now I wanted to create this custom AMI because I wanted to use it different use cases. For example, this AMI, whatever you have created, okay, I have not created. So I wanted to transfer to your account because you don't want to waste your time to build this all the steps, right? Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to select the web server, then action, there is an image and template. Just click it and create a image. So you can just call it e-commerce application. Okay. So if you wanted to reboot the instance, select it. If you do not require as per uh, company, I mean any company, so you should not uncheck it. So when selected, Amazon EC2 reboots the instance so that data can be rest when snapshot of the attached volumes are taken. Okay. So the server should not rebooted in the live. Make sure that this should be unchecked. So I'm just taking the images, create image. So the image is created. So currently creating, right? Just click this AMI or just go back to the AMI section. Are you able to see it? There is an e-commerce AMI available. And what is the status? Pending. And all the details it is available. Okay. So what is the source? Source is different, right? Okay, source is our AMI catalog we have used it. Okay, using this we are build it our own. So for our own image also there is a separate AMI ID. Are you able to see it? So this is a separate AMI ID and source is different. Okay, and you can able to see that different. So this is the my account ID 615, right? 195 it is available. Machine type, how many root volumes, when it is created, everything it is going to be shows. Permissions and the storage, how many disks are there. Okay. Those all the details it will shows. What is the my AMI usage? Okay, everything it will shows. So what we can do it till this available status. Okay. We need to wait. Okay. So now still it is pending. Let's wait for the available status. Okay. Now I can see it is available, right? Now what I want to do, I wanted to transfer to your account, this e-commerce application. How do we do it? Is this possible? Is this possible to transfer to your account?
To
Yes, it is
transport.
possible. Yeah. Sharing the image to your account. I wanted to share this image to your account, your AWS account. Is it possible or not? You let me on anything. So it is possible because we are going to select the AMI and let's move on to action. Okay. Then edit the AMI permission. Okay. So can you share your account ID so that I can share it with you? So now I wanted to add the account ID here. Could you share your account ID so that I will just.
1 second. Yes.
Yeah.
Sir, I've shared in the chat box, sir.
Yeah. Hmm. Okay, I'm just sharing with you. I'm just saving it here. So once it is saved, okay, and can you go to your AMI section in your AWS account and just select it owned by me? Are you able to see it or not? Let's see.
So, sir,
Hmm.
not owned by me. In the private images, I got it.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. Private images, right? Here it is showing, right? Anything, because mine also both owned by me are private images. You are able to see
Yes.
e-commerce application, right? So that is how you can able to create a, I mean, you can share it to any other your account. Okay, now I'm going to delete this AMI, okay, because I don't require it. So what it will happen, let's see. Okay, sorry, I need to deregister. There is no option, okay. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. Okay, not a problem. And there is a one more way. Okay. So I wanted to transfer to different region. Region means you got it right. So these are all the regions. Okay. So from this region, North Virginia to, I wanted to copy to other region. Okay. So what you can do, go back and select the your image. Let me select it. Go to action. Copy AMI, right? You are able to see it, right? Just copy the AMI and select the region and destination. Okay, this is your North Virginia, right? So the destination will be for me California. Okay, let me see. OU. Let's select it OU. Okay. So if you wanted to tag the copy the tags, you can able to use it. And if you want to enable the EBS encrypt, everything you can do it. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just copying. Now I'll switch to OA region. Let me see it. Are you able to see it? Here I'm able to see it, right? My e-commerce. So account to account, we can able to transfer the AMI and account to a different region, one region to another region also we can able to do it, right? So now I'm going to delete it because I don't require it. I don't see it here uh, to unregister. Let me see it. Why it is. Let me talk about. Let's see. That is later. Let's move on to here. So now let me move on to. So this is all about the AMI. Okay. Now let me talk about the volume. Right. So I'm going to just connect it to again EC2 machine and I'll back to volumes. So this is a volume. So right now we are already having two volume, right? So one is for related to Windows Server and Web Server, right? So this volume belongs to our EC2 machine. If you want, you can see that the instance ID also the name. Now, what is the size? There is a 8 GB, right? Okay. Now let me connect it to AWS. Let's use it LSPLK. I think first session you talk about, sir, what is this disk, right? Okay. So here is a disk. This is a 8 GB disk and you can compare it here also. So whatever there is a volume size, same volume, you can able to see it in the disk. Below are the partitions. Okay. In the Linux, we call it as a partitions. Now I wanted to add the one more volume to this EC2 machine. Okay. Let's create a volume. And before that, what we need to do, we need to see that which region, which availability zone. Okay, it is saying 1C. Let's create a 1C. I need 50 GB and I'll keep it same thing. I'll select this two. So this is very mandatory. Okay, if you have created the availability zone in the different region, you cannot attach it. Now let me create a volume. So the volume is created, right? Just refresh it, you will see one more volume and select it, go to action, attach the volume to my machine. So select STB. So if it is already used, you will see that hide. If it is not hide, then select it, attach it. Okay, it is saying busy. You can select it. See also. Why some error showing? Let's go to action. I'm going to use it. Yeah, anyway. So now, can you do it LSBLK? Are you able to see it too or not? So still we are not able to see it, right? Let me refresh it. Successfully attached. LSBLK. Are you able to see it here? XVDD, right? So this is how you can able to attach to the EC2 machine for the volumes. Now I wanted to take the snapshot of the volume, okay, and I wanted to attach it. For example, I'm going to take the snapshot, the root volume, and I'll go to action, create a snapshot. So why we need to create a snapshot? Because I'm doing some changes. Okay, that is the reason. Okay, backup, I can say it. Create a snapshot. So once I have taken the backup, okay, once it is completed, so pending, right? So can we directly attach this snapshot into that EC2? No, right? Because you will not see anything here to attach it and there is no option. So once you created a snapshot, you need to convert it to volume, then you can able to attach it. Okay. So that is what we can do it. Now let's wait for the pending. Before that, what we can do? So we have a root volume, right? There is a 8 GB, right? So this is a real use cases. When you go any organization, if 8 GB is full, okay, how do we increase it? Okay. So there is a two things. One is from AWS side also you need to increase it, and inside Linux also you need to do it. For example, right now there is a 8 GB disk, right? I need 40 GB. Okay, just modify the volume, make it 40. So once you increase it, you cannot able to decrease it. That is the main thing you should know. So only increasing the volume, you cannot decrease it. There is no option. Modify the. Now, if you go and if you type it LSPLK, you can able to see that. See 40 GB. and df-h. So df-h, if you see it, still it is not reflected because still it is showing the 8 GB. But there is a data for year. Now I wanted to increase this 40 GB. I need to assign to this root volume. There is a root volume right here. I wanted to increase the root volume. So how do we do it? So df-h. So this is what? This is again Linux commands. Okay. So whatever if you are doing inside the OS, do you know what is the command? All those things? No, right? Because
No, sir. No,
so
sir.
yeah, you cannot remember it all those things. So I'm going to show it to you how we can able to increase. First things is you need to identify that the disk and the root volume. If it is secondary drive, okay. So secondary drive it is showing here, but here it is not showing because we have not mounted. That is the reason. So this is the raw disk. So now what we are trying to do, we are trying to extend the root volume only. Let's clear it. So now I'm going to expand it. Okay. So there is a command called first lsplk ls. So you need to identify that this is a root drive, right? Expedia 1. Now I'm going to expand it. So there is a command called sudo growpod. You need to mention this Expedia 1. So here, sir, there is a continuously there is a Expedia 1, right? But here I am using 1 because so here it is showing 1. So that is the reason we need to separate it. If you wanted to increase it, the grow part, you need to select only Expedia. Okay, then number 1. So number 1 means it is belongs to your, what is that? The disk. Just hit enter. And now you can verify it. Okay. So DF. Okay. Still 40 GB. Okay. That means. Okay. Now are you able to see it? The partition also it is increased. 39 GB. Earlier, what is that? What is the command? Okay. Root 7 GB, right? Now it is moved to 39 GB to partition. Now, if you type it df-h, still it is not reflected here because we need to add to mount point, that is root, right? So now we need to identify that what is the file system. There is a file system called here. So this is a file system, ext3, ext4, different types are there. We need to identify it. So for each type, there is a separate command. So for ext4, we have a command here. We need to use a resize. So here is a command resize 2fs. And again, I'm going to add it xvid1 continuously because in the partition we are already completed. Now we need to extend it xvid1 only. Now we can just type it df-h. Are you able to see it? Sir, why we cannot able to 40 GB? Why we cannot see it only 30 GB? 2 GB will be different mount point, it will take it. Okay. So the total size of this disk is 40 GB. If you are able to see it here, where is that? Expedia, right? So this is how we can able to increase the disk from the AWS. If it is Windows, same thing. Windows is graphical, you can do it, but Linux, you need to use these commands. Again, you cannot able to remember all these commands. So whenever any comes, so just reminder all those things. You will get a lot of things. You should know what is the disk and partition and mount point. You should increase it. So let's go back to snapshot. snapshot is created or not. Let's see. So I think what is our snapshot name? Got it. 8 GB, right? We have selected. Yeah. And what is the date? 26/4. Yeah, I think this one. Let's go to action. Create a volume or create a image. You can do it both. You can convert it to image or create a volume. Now I'm going to create a volume and availability zone. Our machine is 1C and I'll just create a volume. So if the volume, if it is created on different zone, that is not going to be attached to your uh, EC2 machine. Okay, now it is initializing. It is showing available, right? So once it is available, you can go ahead and attach to your machine and you can select it XVDA STE, attach it. Now go ahead and just type it here LSBLK. Are you able still?
LSBLK.
LSBLK, yeah.
Listing.
Okay, this is for blog to list the blog devices. Now here is our disk 40 GB root and we have added extra 50 GB. Then again we have added 8 GB. Are you able to see it here? So 3 are there. How do we verify it? My machine is having a 3 volumes. Go to that instance. Go to the storage. Under storage, how many are there? 3 volumes, right? So 3, same thing it is attached, right? So this is what? AMI, volume and snapshot. The final thing is, okay, if we are already having a backup, right? I'm going to just terminate it, okay? Unfortunately, someone is terminated this machine, right? Now, how do we recover it? How to restore my e-commerce application? Do you know how to do it? No, right? So go back to AMI section, select your the AMI which is one we have taken, launch instance from the AMI. So if you are able to see that AMI, it will select it our my own. Okay, that means from the our AMI it is going to be selected here. And you can select what is medium is fine. Same thing you can do it. I don't require it here. I'm going to use it security group here. I'm just launching it because I'm just showing if someone is deleted your EC2 machine, okay, the application will be come back or not. For example, your Windows laptop got corrupted. What you are going to do? There is a re-image, right? You are going to do it re-image. Same thing here also. We'll verify it. You can able to recover it or not. That is the main right. So any company they look for the how do we secure our application? How to if something goes wrong, how do we restore it? These are all the very challenges for. So let's open the web browser. So my e-commerce application should be up and running once we restored it here. So let it initializing. Are you able to see it? Still our application is working.
Yes,
That
sir.
means the backup and restore it is happening perfectly. Any questions till now?
No, sir.
No.
I should do
Okay.
a revision on it.
Yeah. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about the load balancer topic. Okay. Same